Hi YouTubers, it's me, Tammy D Shine, coming to you with my latest update regarding my lock extensions. I am completely done, and before I get started, I am outside. I think the lighting is much better out here, so if you hear dogs barking or one panting, that's why. So without any further ado, let me show you my locks. Okay. And as you can see, and this is another reason why I did it outside, you can see the color. Like I said, I did use the Lord and Cliff hair, and it does dye. I actually bleached it, and it turned this light brown at the ends. It is really beautiful. I am in love with it. So, first of all, let me give you a close-up. Hopefully you're getting this, or seeing this. Again, I apologize for the dogs in the background. It's just what it is. Much better lighting out here, though. Let's see. Gotta make sure I'm still in focus here. Still in view of the camera. I think the last time you saw it, my top wasn't done, but it's all done now. Huh? Alright, let me show you the back. That's a little bit far. Not sure if you can see that or not. One second. That's where it ends, and just wanted to see if I don't know if you can see the contrast. All this is a 1B, and then it changes to a maybe like a 4 towards the bottom, and then some parts are actually a little red. See that? It's beautiful. Hope this is. Let me see if I can turn it this way. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. You see that color contrast there? That's how long it is. And it is absolutely gorgeous. And do you see how this hair flows? Oh, that's a good, okay, there we go. See that color contrast? All this is a 1B. And like I said, it's like maybe like a 4, a lighter brown. I did bleach it. Oh, and sometimes people have questions. Oh, how soon after you install these can you wash it? Well, I tell you this. I finished my hair Friday, April 2nd, and I washed it that Saturday, and I bleached it. Actually, I bleached it before I got done, but immediately, as long as they're put in right, immediately. And I say that because when I first did them, the first time I washed my hair, I had like 8, 9, 10 of them fall out all at one time. But this time, I washed everything from the scalp all the way down to the tips of this hair. And guess what? Guess how many fell out? 0. Second time is a charm. Forget the third time. The second time is a charm. Got the great hair. It's in here really tight and secure. My parts are right. This hair is awesome. And like I did say, I was going to, you see that contrast at the bottom? See? All right. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you how I installed a lock extension. So stay tuned. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I needed to slow this part down a little bit because initially it was fast. So what I did was just pull apart the hair, make sure that it's all symmetrical going in the same direction. You're going to pull off a little piece, enough to accommodate the size of your lock. It's going to be in an L shape. Part of the hair is going to lay with the existing loose hair that's on the lock, and the rest of it you're going to leave out to wrap. And that's pretty much what I'm demonstrating in here. It's going to be like an L shape. And the bottom part, or the long part of the L, you'll lay against that hair, and then you'll take that loose piece and just begin to choose a direction. I'm left-handed, so that's the direction I went, and wrap around the lock. And as you're wrapping, you're simultaneously feeling the size of the lock. You're wrapping up to secure it, and down, and that's the part I'm showing you right there. You just go around and around, and you kind of overlap when you wrap, and that's to secure the lock. You don't just, because some people have to push up because they keep wrapping down, but I continuously throughout my lock, I go up and down, go down some more, then go up again, just to secure it, and it makes it tight and very secure. And as you can see, it's not unraveling or anything, and that's what I do, and it's excellent with this type of hair. So when you run out of that piece that you added, you'll just grab another piece that's symmetrical with your existing lock, and you'll do as you did before. This particular process to lengthen the lock is repetitive. You'll lay it against the lock and then use an extra piece to wrap around, securing it. You'll go up and down the shaft of the lock, and then you'll continue to go down, and that's how you lengthen your locks. Because this hair actually came in 16-inch, so it didn't come this long. You have to create your locks. Literally, you have to create your locks with this type of hair. And the motions are repetitive. You just wrap up and you wrap down, and then when you get to that little thin piece, as you can see, you just secure it again by going up, and your lock will continuously get longer. As you can see, that's what's happening here. When you wrap and you wrap and you add more hair and you wrap, that's how you lengthen your lock. And if your bottom part gets thick, you'll just take that, you'll go ahead and split it as if you were adding extra hair, and take that extra piece and just wrap around the existing part of the lock. And again, you'll go up a little bit, and then you'll go down to create some more length on your lock. And then when that piece runs out, always leave a little piece at the bottom, and you'll be able to see that here in a second. You see that little piece that's hanging, you'll always have that there until you get to the very end of your lock, and that's the hair you need to combine with the additional hair you'll need to create your lock. Each piece that you'll see creates the length. Each of that, the frizzy piece, it creates a length, and then you just add more hair to it and lay it across. And that's what that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I forget that part. And I was tired at this point. This was my last lock, and I was ready to be done. So forgive me. Got a little delirious. So lay it across the base of the lock, combine it with that loose hair, and take that extra piece and just wrap securely. You go up a little bit, and then you'll go down the rest of the way, down the shaft of the lock, and as you can see, it's extending and it's getting longer. And as I'm wrapping, I'm simultaneously feeling the girth of my lock. So if I feel like it's too thin, I'll just go back up and wrap around in that same spot, and then I'll just continue on down. And that's exactly how it's done, how I do it. And you can see that little loose piece at the bottom. Again, you'll always have that until you're completely done with your lock. That creates your length, because you'll need that to wrap around. You need that for the hair to be wrapped around. And again, just the same repetitive motion. L shape, lay it against the lock, and use that extra piece that's hanging to create the lock. And that piece that's normally hanging is pretty much your base. So this motion is repetitive, and that's how you create the length of your locks. And that's how I created all of my lock extensions. So now you know why it takes me so long. And as you can see, we started from the top, and you see the lock is already pretty long. And now we're at the bottom. I skipped a lot of it because, like I said, it's the same repetitive motion, and this is how you seal up your bottom. You see how thick the bottom is. You're going to take some of that hair, you're going to split it, and then what you're going to do is wrap up the lock. And you see that thin piece right there? We're going to fill that in with the hair that you're wrapping up. But first we're going to create a thick enough base to do that. So you just, and as you can see how it's being formed. Yeah, that's the bottom of the lock that you're going to create. And then you just take some more hair that's already there. You don't have to add any more at this point. And then you just wrap up the lock. And what I'm showing you is a film that comes off on this hair. I don't know if it's color treated hair. I guess they dyed it blacker, and it came off on my hands, but it's not showing up on the camera. It's like a black residue, but it's not too bad. It washes off. So anyway, you just split the hair as you've done seen previously, and just wrap back up the shaft of the lock. No more ups and downs at this point because we want to seal off the end by going back up the lock, and that's what happens in this frame here. Just go back up, and that's pretty much what I'm telling you in the video. By pointing upward means go up the lock and fill in that little piece right there that looks a little thin, and that's pretty much how you fill it. Then you go even that little piece right there, you just go down and secure it that way. And with the additional hair that's at the bottom, I don't cut mine off. I use all of that hair to seal it, and that also still continues to create the thickness and the size of the locks that you're aiming for. So every piece of hair is used just about, unless it's just like one of those little fuzzy pieces, and then you just go back up the lock. That's all I'm doing, is going back up the lock, wrapping around. Then I go up and down, and as you can see, that one little spot that was thin before is now being filled in by those loose pieces of hair. And then I even split that one and go back up the lock and fill those thin parts in. And as you're wrapping, you're pulling and holding your lock secure. You're not pulling your lock and then you just palm roll it. It's a little fuzzy at the end, but that's okay, they're locks. And then you'll palm roll it again to kind of secure that, and that's how you create the lock. And that's how I created all of my locks. I hope this portion of the video helped. Alright guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed my video. Please let me know if you have any additional questions. As mentioned, that is how I installed my lock extensions. I did use a Lord & Cliff hair. It can be bleached, and if it's installed properly, you can wash it immediately. Because when I initially did my hair, I used gel and it dried up and it made my scalp itch. So as soon as I was done completely with everything, I went ahead and washed it. I bleached it before and after it was completely done, and the results are amazing. As you can see, this hair has so much body in it. It feels good, it's light, it's full. And oh, another thing, I am not going to retwist my hair until it actually starts to lock. So my hair is going to grow. You see it's already starting to grow from the base. I'm going to let it keep growing until it actually locks. So I won't actually get my first retwist for about 6-7 months, however long it takes for it to lock. And that's just so that my natural hair can be strengthened, because if I started twisting it now, it's going to be thin because my hair is not locked yet. It's almost like retwisting permed hair, and that it doesn't have the same girth and thickness as locks. So I'm just going to wait until that actually happens with my natural hair. And like I said, if you have any other questions, comments, if there's anything else that you want to see, if it was deleted or whatever, but if you have any other questions, feel free to hit me up, let me know. And I hope this video helps. I hope all of my videos help. So thank you all for watching, and I'm just going to continue to enjoy my lock extensions. Bye bye, YouTubers. Take it easy and be blessed.